gotta start.
Yeah,
It's, yeah.
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 896 a month.
Yeah. No, 896 a month, but for how long?
1 year.
896 times 12. 8. So the 900 times 100. So about, yeah.
35,000.
Wow. Yeah, I think they're gonna be less than that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where is everybody? Really? Yeah, they're doing a lot of construction, you know. Yeah. I don't know why the mic's on. Mic? Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can you hear it? Oh, so yeah. What? Now I really can't see. You know? Okay. Okay. No, no case. Okay, ready? Turn. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Wait. 2 and 3. To the side. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. A few more. 1 2 3. And 1 2 and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down. 1 2 3. To your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale, hands up, reach down. 1 2 3. To your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale, hands up, reach down. 1 2 3. To your right, to your left, center, inhale, exhale. Okay, hands in waist, rotating. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2. Reverse. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2. Center, cross, knees. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center. Here's a new waist, neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center. Tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Center. Rotating down. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Center. Hands up, pulling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Center. Turn to the right. Stretch it out. Switch. 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 Okay, straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Center. Okay, shake it out. Okay, hands up. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulder roll. And reverse. And center. Okay, press, release, exhale, inhale. and stop. Hands up, pull in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, wrists. Reverse. And center, palms down, bigger circle. Two, and stop. Okay, shake it out. Side to sides. Okay, lift. Okay, insert the needle. Switch. And center. Okay, shake it out. Arm swing, leg swing. Okay, switch. And center. Side to side. Okay, switch. And center. Shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so grilling. Switch. Okay, center, open and close. Switch. Okay, center, circular movements. Okay, lower hoop. Shoulder height. Elbows down. Lower palms down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Okay, diagonal flying. Switch. Okay, cloud hands. Okay, palms down, lift up, open, carry tiger to the mountain. Okay, infinity sign. Okay, form the fist. Okay, palms together, strum the lute. Turn, draw the bow. Okay, stand to the back. Okay, raise the hand. Okay, palms down, deep breathing. Okay, we'll go to the short form. So let's face this way to start, and then we'll have the mirrors. Okay, preparation. Forward turn. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Parry and punch. Form the fist and step up. Lower the hands, carry tiger to the mountain. Cross the hands, left hand outside, raise the left hand, bend from the waist, stork flaps wings. Turn, left side, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip left side. Hold the ball. Reverse the ball. Sit back. Stroke down. Pot the horse's mane. Step up. Stroke down. Pot the horse's mane. Cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. Cross corner. Jade Lady work shuttle. Hook your wrists. Turn back to the street side. Cloud hands. Single whip. Hold the ball. Flip it over. Good. Deep breathing. So you can see from doing it over and over again and over the years of practice or even sometimes decades, you just see, you can feel your body pulling together. Certain things just happen, automatically. Like adjusting your feet, setting up your positions, that all starts to become, part of your typical motion because the body just starts to know. So there is sort of a method to the madness, and it does happen, but it's a matter of how often you do it, and the visuals too. You pick up through imagery, then you pick up through the experience, and that's this is what the journey is. You pick up all the subtleties as you evolve, and your body evolves just by the body intelligence that you're developing. So these patterns, these positions, that's muscle memory. But then sequential memory is just what happens. And then the relationship, when we step out, you start to control the movement. So all of this is, I can see that it's starting to, become part of the action. So it's a big difference. If you thought back, 5-7 years ago, you can imagine none of this stuff was part of what you thought would be in the movement. So let's go through the long form. You want to try doing it this way too? Because when you see yourself, it does make a difference. And, you can kind of track it. So there'll be some, areas that, will be off mirror, but we won't worry about those. Okay. Yeah, well, you have the front one. The side ones, though, most of the movements are going to be in this direction and some, yeah. So if we had, yeah. Actually, she's good to follow. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, ready? Mine can take over there. That way, or maybe we can kind of tighten it up a little. So you can stand here. Yeah, and then Rako can come here. So then it's more. Now when we get to that side, you just have to put on your glasses. Okay, ready? Preparation. Single whip. Nice and slow. One movement at a time. Relax the shoulders and knees. Step backwards, yeah. So do the kicks, okay? Turn. You have minor in the front and back there. Heel kick. Brush knee. Beat the tiger. Carry target them out to the rear corner. Okay, we'll do the obliques. Single whip to the front or to the street side. Hold and reverse the ball. the horse's mane. Grasp the sparrow's tail one more time. Now single whip. Oh, set up. Lotus kick. Brush knee left. Punch down the crotch. Step up. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Okay, downward posture. So here. This is snake sticks out tongue. Pull down. Step up. Cross the hands. Sit back, turn. Step up left side. Ride the tiger. Palm strikes face. Turn. Lotus kick. Draw bow to shoot tiger. So your hands are like this. Okay, this can be just about above your eyes. So you can see now here we set up again. Palm strikes face. Then we sit back like this. Then we can do the parry and punch just like the lotus kick would happen. Now step up. High pat the horse. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Okay, so once you get familiar with all the different transitions and the different postures, it really comes down to some basic fundamentals. We go to strum the lute position. It's really a position. Okay, let me see. So when we switch hands, there's a pattern of movement. When we go from vertical to horizontal, so we pay attention in the beginning, looking at the center line and looking that we separate the hands. So there's your basic vertical elbow. But between vertical and horizontal, what can you do to improve that pattern or that motion is that when we go to here and we go to the lower hoop position and we bring it back to center and then bring it down and then go to lower hoop position, that becomes sort of an awareness of that position, because we know we have this, okay, and we know we have this. So that's your triangle, there's your hoop. But when we have one of each, then the goal is to actually create the pattern and then create a structure. See, the circles, the triangles are really geometric shapes that provide positioning for structure. So we're going from here to here, from here to here as a pattern and a transition. Then it only makes sense if we're in a strum the lute position to make a circle here as we come up, right? But because we're coming up, we'd have to do a double circle, depending on, how you're doing the footwork. But typically when this goes down, this goes to here, There's your lower hoop, there's your center, and there's your position. 1, 2, 3. See? So sometimes we're presetting it, the position, so when we toe out, actually when we're in this position, we toe out, we're going to go to this lower hoop position, and then this hand comes up. See, so both hands actually will pass through this. As a consistency of motion, then you have, the movements being much more, accurate and then precise as far as the two movements to get from here to here and then back. That's where the size of the circle and so forth come into play. And then as you get that thing dialed into your system, then when we step up, there's a relation between how this hand and this foot goes together. You see? So once your hands start to move, then your body starts to pick up on, the pattern, but then your final position has to be the same. So when I'm here, then when I go up to here, then I can sink. Sink the elbow, relax the knee. So there's finishing, that's finalizing your position. So that's what we have to do. And that's one of the next sort of stages of integration of body, hands and legs. And then the torso becomes part of that motion because we have to turn. We have to turn into direction. So when I'm here and I turn, you see the body starts to transition. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you have this, phasing in the motion so that you can start to tie the hands and legs together. So that's fundamental, that's pretty basic, but it's important because we do a lot of this step up, right? We brush knee and then we're going to step up to the next side and then do a brush knee. If that was a continuous motion, you'd be doing this, and there's your hoop, and then here's the other side, and then here's the brush. If we were just tying it all together as one continuous motion, then your body would recognize that the transition becomes that, right? So the hands will continuously make this pattern. But we learn the structure, integrity, the position by going through that. If we were to step to the other side, with that change in hands would be how you kind of merge the two. There's the vertical, the horizontal, and the blending. So, same with if we're doing brush knee here, and we step up, here's your horizontal, holding the position, sustaining it, and then doing the punch down the crotch, or the planting punch would leave your hand in this position. But you could also, when you go back to neutral, pass through and then end up like this. See, as a punch down the crotch. So that's when your hands and legs start to synchronize and you're just moving from one position to the next. But you have to be able to find those positions throughout the transition. So your lower hoop, your middle hoop, they start to blend. Jade Lady work shuttle is no more than vertical to horizontal to vertical to horizontal to here. Now when we step up and turn and turn and turn, you would do that. If we stepped up, just going forward, back, and forward. If we crossed over, here's your hand movement. Here's your Jade Lady Work shuttle. Now when we turn, here's the lower hoop. Here's the center. Here's the hand vertical. Here's the forward, the back, and the forward. Turn. See how they blend vertical to horizontal, horizontal to vertical? When you do it like that, then you start to build volume. Because three-dimensional movements has volume because a three-dimensional object takes up space. So because we're moving in this space, right, we have to fill this space. We have to fill this space. And the hands just know from doing the fundamental drills over and over again. So the footwork, this and this is that. This is that. So there's some volume there. You're not going 1, 2, 3. That's just one plane of motion. And it's not really one plane, it's one direction. But you want the turn because in order to connect your feet with your legs and arms, then you have to have a hand movement and a twist or a turn. Then we have a forward movement, a vertical and a back movement. So you can't get away from forward, backward, right, left, and center. You have to maintain the consistency of those three vectors or three axes. You have the frontal position, back and forth. You have this horizontal position, right and left, or left and right, depending on. Then you have the vertical positions, up and down, right? So the volume of movement. You have right and left. You have forward and back. You have right and left. And then in that you have right and left, rising. And then sinking is down. So you have to have the two directions, those two opposing directions in all your movements to create the volume of motion. So how much mental energy does that take? In the beginning, you learn it, and then you have to build the synapses and the neurons to do that movement. Then you have to build the timing, the proprioception, spatial awareness, and the timing is how your body synchronizes based on how these movements create trigger points. When I go forward and I go backwards, I know at this point when I go forward, there's a point that I have to go backwards. But when does that happen? If I didn't finish my movement, I start to go backwards, then it kind of disrupts the continuity of motion. So you want to define the movement so it has fullness, it has accuracy of position, it has upper lower movement, it has rising and twisting and turning and pushing. That becomes multi-dimensional movement, not just XYZ in the body. That's vertical, horizontal, right to left. Each of your components has a vertical, horizontal, right to left. So you put all those together, that's why it gets so kind of complicated. But that's really, I think, one of the big benefits of learning to synchronize and connect your movements to your body and mind. There's That's one way of working it as a systematic approach to controlling yourself, controlling your movements. What you're controlling is your musculature, you're controlling your mind, the mind is directing it, and your eyes see, perception, senses, your hands, all your skeletal structure detects, knows what that shape is, how that feels, how to proprioception. So all of this stuff starts to become awareness and intelligence in the body. Because remember you asked it, so what's body intelligence? Does the body get more intelligent? Because it's really based on knowing, right? If you don't know, there's no intellectual information, right? When it becomes knowing, then it becomes something that you start to think about. That ties into big, intelligence and being able to understand what that is. So understanding is part of the workings of the body for body intelligence, which is, habits. So habits can be good, they can be, bad habits, or they could be correct or not so correct habits. Shifting of your weight, standing on one leg, if the information's not right, or if it's not, working correctly, you feel unstable, right? Sometimes instability is based on psychological type things. If you're nervous, if you're doing something, it affects your proprioception because it gets interrupted because something dominated the action. So then your body responds. And how does it respond? There's tension that shouldn't be there, erroneous tension, and it throws your movement off because now while you're shifting here, you start to do that because there's an overreaction. So we have a tendency to overreact. You don't know how much strength to use, so you end up being excessive, overreacting. Whereas if you're controlling the movement, you really can't overreact because you're monitoring that. So these are things that we learn. But as people get older, we don't respond as well, and we don't react as well because something else kicks in. Your survival skills kick in, and then everything starts to go a little crazy. So, anyways, ready? Bow. Good. Oh, let me see. My car is ready. I had a slow leak in my tire. He was going to check it. I said, check it if you have time, but I got to leave at 10:30. So I'll bring it back later. I always go here.